It's the news that many of us have been waiting for. It was breaking and still sort of is, with several sources now claiming at least that the deal for Enzo Fernandez has been completed or is very close to being. Some even still claiming that nothing has been agreed at all. It's all up in the air right now. One person is saying one thing, others are saying another. All I know is that before we dive into this absolute whirlwind of information, be sure to smash the like button. And if you want even more Chelsea content in your life, then be sure to subscribe. Hit the bell notification to be notified of any of our future pieces of content on this channel. We're heading into an absolute nightmare of a run of fixtures, but there may just be just a tiny slither, at least, of a glimmer of joy for us in the world of Chelsea. Reported fees still circulating around the 120 million euro mark. Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. I think that has been established as the more golden number, 120 million euros. However, the fees either side now, when coming down to installments, performance fees, former clubs, etc. There's a lot of information. It appears we're looking more around 130 million euros right now, with 10 million of that going towards performance-related activity, I suppose. Another 30 allegedly going towards his former club River Plate, who sold the Argentinian for just 10 million euros just 194 days ago, since the recording of this video being the 3rd of January 2023. That is an increase, and quite a big one. That's an increase of 120 million euros, roughly 618,500 euros per day. Per day. Nearly 620,000 euros increased per day since Benfica signed the 21-year-old. In that time, of course, he has won the World Cup, but has featured in just 25 matches for the Portuguese leaders. He's featured in games against Juventus and PSG. They're undefeated against them as well. More recently, though, he's missed out on their last 3 matches, of which they've lost 2, drawn the other, including a 3-0 defeat most recently to Sporting Braga. Before these 3 results, Benfica had seen a run of 10 wins, and even further back, their last defeat in any competition was back in May of 2022 against Porto, before Enzo had even signed for the Portuguese side. Not only that, Enzo has been absent, allegedly. Again, allegedly. This is no one knows what's real and what's wrong these days. Enzo has allegedly been absent in 2 training sessions on Monday, infringing on disciplinary regulations. This is getting more and more frustrating from Benfica's perspective, as you can imagine. The man is clearly, from what we've been led to believe, allegedly, he's clearly trying to force a move to happen sooner rather than later. And whilst many still believe that those claiming the "here we go" from Fabrizio and all that sort of stuff, he hasn't confirmed anything, but there's many other people that have claimed "here we go," more or less. Many people think that they're jumping the gun on the sale. Whilst some details may be a little bit off, the fact of the matter is that Enzo is clearly, allegedly, ready for the move. And you'd think Benfica would be wanting to hurry it along as well. Now, some aspects of this. While to many, a 100 million euro plus signing may be exciting. A young World Cup winning prospect. Does he have the quality to make it in the Premier League? We know what Benfica players have brought Chelsea or brought to Chelsea in the past. Ramirez, David Luiz, Nemanja Matic, kind of. All Premier League winners, and 2 out of the 3 Champions League 2 out of the 3 are Champions League winners. Now, at the same time, you could argue that the high price acquisitions have rarely, if ever, succeeded at Chelsea. Our top 10, hell, maybe even many of our top 20 are hit and miss. So what about this particular signing should make us more excited than the last one? And if I'm not mistaken, the last big signing Didn't go too well. And maybe some of the ones before that. I'll let you answer that in the comments below. So tell me, what about this signing of Enzo Fernandez should make us more excited than the likes of Romelu Lukaku, Kepa Arrizabalaga? You know, the list goes on. I'm not going to factor in Nkunku because that's you know, still to be completely over. I mean, it's over the line, but still. Anyway, I digress. Only certainty is he fits in a role where injury has run rampant. And injury aside for him, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll at least have another option. But for 130 million euros, 130 million euros, he can't just be someone to fit in. Do you know what I mean? He has to be more than that. Let me know what he would bring to the midfield, what he would bring to the club, what he would bring to the Premier League. And most importantly, will he be enough to change things around, or do we need more? And if so, let me know who. Who else is going to turn this ship around? And while you're at it, we're not done yet, but let me know in the comments. Let me know who needs to be thrown overboard. There's plenty of names. There are a name or two, to say the least. For me, I am not entirely sold on the deal. I'm not entirely sold on the fee. I think, you know, as we said, high fees. It's just, it never usually works. It never usually works, especially at Chelsea. I'm not sold on Enzo as a player yet. We really, realistically have not seen enough of him. I know he's only 21. We've seen it before with players performing massively in World Cup competition, and to go completely off the radar or off the ball completely, and going from 10 million euros to 130 in the space of half a year, just under 7 months. Does it not seem like there is so much potential for this to go wrong, like so many other high-level purchases we've made? Not to mention the pressure that is on this kid's back. You could also argue the other way, though. He's just won the World Cup. So what is pressure to this guy? What is it? What is pressure to Enzo Fernandez? Not only that, we've been rumored with the likes of Rice for God knows how long now. He's looking to be priced at around £70 million, and several other high-priced players. One thing is for sure, those who doubted Bowley's willingness to spend when he first came into charge, it looks like we're spending more and more than ever these days. It's a process. We've been told this. It's a process, and it's looking like it's going to be a long one. So strap in. Certainly one that appears to be getting worse before it gets better. Such is the life of a Chelsea fan, though. If this type of stress feels new to you with this club that is Chelsea Football Club, then where have you been for the next, however long? As Omar Dejali once said, it's a Chelsea thing. With that said, it's now time to just wait and see where, when, and how this all comes together for us. If you've enjoyed the video and you would like to see more, then please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on this channel. My name is Harry. As always, up the Chelsea, and peace.